Howdy there, folks. This is Lapidary Dave, and I am super excited for this video. We're going to be unboxing America's favorite lapidary machine, the Diamond Pacific Genie. There's a bit more to unboxing a lapidary machine than just cutting it all open, taking it out of the box, plugging it in, and going to town. We're going to talk a little bit about that. First and foremost, it's good to inspect the box. Make sure that there's no visible damage that might have happened from shipping. Take my word for it, folks. I buy and sell guitars dozens a year. And even your most reliable sources can sometimes damage things in shipping. So it's good to take a look. I don't see anything going on, which is always a very good sign.
Yeah, the box looks good.
Something worth mentioning, folks, don't just rip open your box. You do want to keep the box in case you have to ship it back for one reason or another. In my case, I'm actually going to keep this box to repackage the Genie when I finally go home. I'm here in beautiful Apple Valley with Sweet Jim. But I am going to be sending this back to Taos, New Mexico. Right, now that we have the straps cut, we're going to start cutting the tape. We were told by the fine folks at Diamond Pacific that there's staples under here. So we're going to make sure to be really careful when cutting the tape.
Oh, there we go. Got that. Same thing here. I'll go down the middle. I'm not sure where the staples are, but we're going to find that out together.
I see them.
Where at? Oh, sure enough. Okay, so in this case, we were lucky, but let's remove them like we're recommending.
Yeah, get rid of those staples, folks.
Here, I'll take it. Thank you, sir. All right. Wow, and, first light.
Yeah, really exciting. And these are the biodegradable peanuts.
Let me get a bucket. Even though they're biodegradable, let's try and make it a big mess.
I want to see them dissolve.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
do you see it?
Yeah, they're like sludging right out.
They're dissolving.
That's awesome.
I've never seen such a thing.
All right, now we got the machine and the goodies out of the box. We cleaned up all the packing peanuts, well, most of them. We made sure to not pick up the machine by the arbor or those hoods. You can damage it by doing so. Preferably, if you have some help, you can grab it from the base here, or I grabbed it by the motor itself. Don't be a Superman or Superwoman and try to get it by yourself if you have help. Came with some goodies in here. We'll take a look at that. A little bit of the safety equipment as well. And this box here, which contains the lamp. We'll make sure to put that together for you folks too. Before we attach the lamp, let's take a look inside of this bag. Nice pair of safety goggles. It's always good to wear safety goggles. Trust me, folks, I've been doing lapidary for a long time. Wear goggles when you're grinding, wear goggles when you're polishing, wear goggles when you are sawing. It's very, very important. Here's some lubricant here. Water aid, coolant, increased cutting action by reducing surface tension. Really cool. I think a lot of folks who are picking up older Genies or seeing folks who are using older Genies might not be too familiar with this stuff. It's only going to service your machine and make your machine work better and longer. So even if you have an older Genie, go ahead and pick some of this up from Diamond Pacific or your favorite Diamond Pacific distributor. All right, the cab rest. In all honesty, folks, I haven't used these too often. When I was taking a jewelry class in college, my teacher really enjoyed these. Essentially, these will go inside of the tray and help you make really nice cabochons, especially when working the girdle. I'll definitely be making videos in the future of utilizing this awesome piece of kit here. Here is a geyser base. All of the Genies I've used, especially the older ones from the 70s and 80s, didn't have these. So it might be another awesome piece you can order online from your favorite distributor. Has an angle there that will shoot water to the side mounted attachments to your Genie. The small white plastic geyser base snaps onto the bottom of the brass geysers, converting it to use for discs by angling the direction of water flow. Awesome. This is side-mounted polishing pad. Super interesting. In the past, I've seen Diamond Pacific using what perhaps was like canvas pads that you would charge with a diamond paste. It's cool that they're using a 14,000 grit Nova pad, which is the same material and quality that they use on their wheels. I'm really excited about this. I haven't used these on Diamond Pacifics in the past. I'm used to the pads with the diamond paste. These are the guards that go on each side of the trays to help reduce the mess. Pretty simple. I've broke some of these when I was in college. You know, you can buy more of these from your favorite distributor. But really, really handy. In here, nice little checklist. Table of contents. Here we have a nice list of contents, which is really good. Make sure you had everything. These are hand packed by a human, not a machine. So you nice list of the contents of the box. Here's a nice list of the contents that come inside of your box, so you can make sure you got everything. And then the Genie manual. Definitely go ahead and read this. You could probably read it on your way home from the post office. You'd be so excited to have this machine. Tells you about the cab rest, operation, cooling systems, use and maintenance, information on the Diamond wheels, both Galaxy and Nova, information on the Nova discs. It'll tell you stuff like do not use dry, obviously. Information on the water pump, all that good stuff. Go ahead and read this over. You might be able to help your friends in the future with their Genies or Diamond Pacific products. Okay, now we're gonna add the splash guards to the pan. First thing we're gonna do is remove the hood here, which will let us get the pan from under the wheels. The hood kind of locks in the pan, which is actually kind of nice. All right, now we have the splash guards on the pan. That'll really keep down a lot of the mess. I really like that they started putting a lip on these pans. I believe some of the older ones might not have that. This way you know where the pan should be sitting. You don't want to pull it too forward, and you don't want it too far back. That's really nice. Got our geysers here, one for each side. Now we're gonna put on the lamp. So take all the cellophane off of the lamp. There is a little plastic sleeve right here you're gonna pull back to put it on. You're gonna put the lamp on one of these two divots here. Just simply pull it back and put the lamp on. Real easy. I put the lamp on the side of my Galaxy wheels, which are my hard wheels, because that's where I spend most of the time working. You can put it on either side, and the neck is long enough to get on both sides of the machine. If you want, you can even order another lamp, even though it's not necessary. Nice. Good to go. Now I'm going to remove the hood and unscrew these 3 screws in order to put this 14,000 grit Nova pad on the side of the arbor. Some of you folks might prefer to use other things for your final polish. For you agate and jasper people, perhaps you like to use cerium oxide on a big leather wheel after about 1200 or 3000 grit. I love the idea of this 14,000 grit Nova pad, so that's what I'm going to do. It's so cool how easily you can just swap these out. All right, now we got the whole beauty together, unpacked, ready to get some water in it and start making some awesome pieces. I'm gonna take it inside. Again, do not pick up the machine by the arbors or the wheels. I'm gonna pick it up from the base, and I'm gonna get some help. Now that we have the machine inside, there's just a few more things we have to do before we put water inside the machine and get cutting some beautiful gems. One of which is putting in a light bulb into the lamp. I'm gonna be using a LED light for a couple reasons. It's pretty bright and it's plastic, so it'll take getting dirty pretty well. Awesome. Okay, now I'm gonna make sure that it's pretty much level. We wanna make sure that it's level for a few reasons. One of which is when the machine's running, that it doesn't wander off the table. Also because the water in the trays might be leaning, which will make it tough for the geysers when we move them around. We don't want there to be less water on 600 and more water on 3000. We want it nice and even. When it comes to putting water inside of the trays, we want to make sure to put the water about halfway most of the time. Jim, can you tell us more about the geysers?
Well, straight from Don, he recommended that we put water halfway up the tray. That's basically what Diamond Pacific recommends. He also made mention that if you raise the water level just above the geysers, it can actually increase the amount of water that's being spritzed up onto the wheel. And if you, however, the opposite of that is if you add too much water, it'll just sit there and bubble and your wheels will be running dry. Of course, you're going to be keeping an eye on that when you're cabbing, but probably you could go into it a little more as far as the type of, different stones may require different amounts of water.
Absolutely. For instance, like if you're cutting something high in iron, like a hematite or a cuprite, you might want a little bit more water because it tends to be messy. When it comes to stones like turquoise or opal, you might not need as much water, and halfway on the trays might be good for you. So it's really something you're going to have to experiment and find out where on the water level will really work for you. These Diamond Pacific machines are definitely made to last a lifetime. Sweet Jim's machine is from the 70s and it's still kicking, almost good as new. So definitely take care of your machine as much as you can, and your machine will take care of you. If you need any help unboxing or setting up your machine, you can contact me or the fine folks at Diamond Pacific. All that good information will be down in the description section below. I'm going to be making a cab of crazy lace agate to kind of further break in these wheels. Also because I love that material. Anyway, folks, until next time, see you soon.